Hello everyone, I am RexRed and I am back with some more polka time. Everyone loves polka time. And this is Ez3DTv tutorial, where we talk about and explore all kinds of Daz Studio items. So today we are going to be working with a program that I created called EzFinder. It really helps me when I can come on here and demonstrate how it works and figure out the bugs and different caveats of how the program is working, so that when it ends up in your hands, it is going to be perfect. And so today I went on, I had some issues with my stream, and now it is back. And so we are live again, live, imagine that. So here are our two monitors down below me, and they periodically will have different programs on there and we can work on them together. The first thing we're going to do now is again open up EzFinder on this computer, and we're going to go and inject my compartments. This is 714,000 files. Matt, how are you tonight, friend? I am glad you could make it back. I am on. I'm not sure how long I'll be on tonight, but I think I've got some things fixed and all. We can drag folders now, and so yes, that is fixed. And very few things that, and I believe, I call it the dwindling image bug. I think that got fixed today. So we are, if we go to page 2000, it should paginate just fine here. You see it's going good here. And if I go over and inject this PA here, my HDRIs, they're going fine. If we go like this, they're going fine now. Page 3, 4. So are we going to have that problem come up again? I don't know, but we're going to try to see if we can, because what I'm hoping for is like to do a session, a live session, and not have anything go wrong, okay? So where we left off on the last video was I was going to show you about backing up and how, because somebody came into the, it was Lithium Logica who came in and asked, is there a backup? Can you back up your stuff? And I'm going to show you that there is, okay? Now, just to kind of go over the layout again, what we have here in this monitor is our organizer. And what we have in this one is our compartments. And this is our where we get data, where everything flows out of. They flow out of these compartments, okay? And mostly here, your DUF compartment. So when I double click here, it loads 537,000 files. These are all the files you want. These are really the files. Yes, there are some PZ2 that might pose. There might be some OBJ files. There might also be some CR2 files and some DAZ files. But really, the amount of those is minuscule compared to these. These are where all of your environments, your hair, your clothing, all of that, your characters, everything, your poses, skin, all of that is in this stuff category, okay? And so what you do is you go through these, and they help you kind of filter down like you have female clothing, male clothing, you have environments, you have hair category. You click them, and that gives you like everything that has to do with hair. Not exactly everything, because there might be a few things like you might end up with some hair in your female, or you might end up with some hair in the male category, or in the characters categories. Every once in a while the PAs will stick them in with the characters, but you'll get everything, every single duff, every one that's in your Daz library will appear in this duff category, okay? And so this is where you select things, okay? In this category, you go and select items, then you go here, over to here, you create folders, like this is lower, we got shorts, underwear, okay, let's, loincloth, all right, we have dresses, let's add skirts, okay, so we just added a skirt category, and I'm going to change the color, okay. And remember, we had trouble changing the color on the panel. Let's change this to something like this. And we go here. We come back to, what was that again? Wardrobe. And you can see the color is there. We fixed it. And it's going to be fixed actually for good now, okay? So there it is. So, but our lonely little skirt folder doesn't have any content. So what we've done is I've injected the entire duff library in. So if I just type in skirt, all right, it's going to find every place in here where skirt is mentioned. And look, we got some skirts, okay? So you hold the shift key, hold the control key, excuse me, and you just drag it all over here, okay, and drop it. And tell me now that, okay, skirt just worked, but didn't I have something in accessory clothing here, wardrobe? Okay, it just didn't repaint, okay, but it's here. All right, so that was scary for a moment, but now we have this category of skirt, okay? And now when I double click on that, it recalls this. And then I can come in here and I can say Royal Warrior. I don't know that that's a skirt. Let's see, but let's just kind of go through this. And these all look kind of like skirts to me, actually, believe it or not. There's 6 pages of them. There are 961 items, but there's 6 pages of them. And a DACA skirt, let's see, Destroyer belt skirt, fur. Some of them are men's skirts and some of them are female skirts. But it pretty much found everything that had skirt either in the metadata or mentioned in this. Now we could go also with new folder, kilt. Let's see just how many kilts we have, all right? So we double click on this, bring it back in like that, and we type in kilt. Now you don't want to type skirts because then it's not going to find skirt, okay? It will only find skirts, okay? So you don't want to put an S on it. Kilt, it's probably only not even a page of them. Well, there we go. These are all my kilts. Anybody want to go to Scotland with me? Okay, that was pretty bad. All right, so there. Now, this one, for some reason, doesn't want to repaint, but it's there. When I go out of here and come back, it's there. So it's just a repaint issue. I'm not sure why that one doesn't like repainting. So, okay, so now we have, when I double click, when I need kilts, there they are. Blarney. Here they are, all your skirts, all your kilts, okay? So, yeah. And, you know, and in the shaders, we have tartans. So, yeah. Okay, so what you do, this is how you save things, okay? So let's take this kilt, and we're going to just say export folder. It says kilt, click save, okay? So I'm going to delete this. All right, delete the folder, yes. Bye-bye, kilt. All right, this is just not going to repaint, okay? So refresh view, does that work? No. So we just have to go back out and come back in. It's there. It's just not a refresh. It's a refresh thing. Speaking of that, let's add this to note. All right. Here, when when folder is populated, wardrobe, accessories, clothes, VE, accessories, clothing, THING, accessories, clothing, does, disappears, but clicking tab and back fixes it. All right, now folder. So this is the only issue we found so far. All right, so we're going to save this file, save as, pick fixes, fix, just save it fix on the desktop. And because I can put some more stuff in here. That's log. Let's go into the log here just for a moment. All right, select all, copy, and I'm going to paste this log into here. Select all, paste, save it. Okay, just so I have the log of this all occurring here. Okay. Now, so I deleted Kilt. Okay, so we right-click, import folder, Kilt. And this is going to disappear again, but it's really there. It's just something's not refreshing, okay? So, all right, so, and what just happened there? Kilt just disappeared. Import, is it here or is it not? Let's see. It is not, so okay, import folder, Kilt. All right, so if I go over here, let's import it. Okay, there it is. It's here, okay? But if I click shaders and come back, it's now here, okay? So that's another thing. Okay, so virtual folder disappeared, had to be, okay. So we go virtual folder, had to be imported twice. All right, to persist. Okay, at least it's still working. I mean, it's there, okay? So, all right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go now and move on folder, okay, save. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you the next level, okay? And this is, let's do the accessories clothing. Maybe it will fix this. Save panel, okay? So we have accessories clothing. Let's replace it. Okay, now we're going to go import panel. Was that belts I just saved or what? Save panel. No, I did. Okay. It's saved. Okay, right click panel, load panel. Okay, here we go. Accessories clothing. All right, load it. And it's right there, okay? Now let's go out and come back. It's here, okay? So let's go shoes, save panel, we'll go shoes, replace them, okay? And we right click, load, shoes. Load, yes. And there they are. We go out, we come back, they're still here. There's my shoes. There's 16 pages of shoes. Okay, so every kind of shoe that you need. We got some penny loafers, we got some high heels, we got some sandals and every kind of sneakers. And yeah, there's all kinds of shoes. Boots, now boots are here somewhere too. Yeah, I got a lot more boots than I do shoes, okay? So yep, the boots are very popular in the Daz library. Okay, so we got boots. Okay, so now what I've shown you is how to save. Okay, we'll go to boots. We'll save this. Save this folder. Export folder. Here, that saved it as boots. I can delete it now. Yes, goodbye, boots. And this is just going to keep disappearing and coming back. I don't know why, but we'll figure it out. Something to do with the repaint here. But now we go import folder, and we're going to go to boots. And there we go. We hit boots are back. Now, are they going to stay or are they going to go away? Boots, they only had to be imported once. Okay, so we just we got this blinking out, but that's the only problem right now. And that didn't like bringing kilts back in for the first time, but then it did. So I don't know about that. So this gives us now the next thing we do here is we have save config. And what save config does is whatever tab you have open, okay, it allows you to save it. So we'll go to this wardrobe tab, okay, because we have now our kilt and our skirt thing, and we'll save config. Yes, we'll just save it as wardrobe, okay, save, overwrite, yes, okay, now we load config, wardrobe, open, config, and there it is, okay. So that now we'll go to environment, okay, we'll right click, okay, not rename tab, we're going to go save config, all right, and this is in environment. It pops up, it already has the name. You can change it, you can save environment backup, you can save it as however you want, okay, but this saves it, all right. That saved that in. Now while we're still selected here, we go load config, we go to environment, and it's, want to read this thing's warning, this will delete, and there it is, okay. Now we go here to clear tab, okay. This clear tab will clear this tab, yes. Final warning, and then you have to type this all exactly, D-E-L-E-T-E, all right, and it will reset the tab back to, see, this program is working, okay? And so when I come here, all of my stuff, it didn't delete everything, it just deleted this tab, and it reset it beautifully back to default tab 4. It brought that back to tab 4, and all of the names. Now, this one was called what? I forgot, environment, okay? So we go and load config, and what one was that called? It was environment. I believe it was, let's see. And, okay, it didn't restore. Okay, maybe it did. No, okay, so I lost my environment stuff. No, probably not, but save config, all right, save only current. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, load config, environment. Let's see if it works this time, come on. All right, so there's an issue with this. So environment isn't loading yet, so we got to write this down. Environment tab config did not reload. All right, so this is why I come on here, is to test things out, show you at least how it will work when it's done. Okay, did not reload, save. And I'm going to go back to the log, select all, copy, go back here, go to the log, select all, paste, save. All right, now we have our log here. And all right, so what I can do is load the tab. Let's try this. Okay, load tab. Okay, that's going to delete all. New tab, save. We'll come in here and see if this will load that. And that did. It loaded. So this works. It loaded all my environment things. The only thing I don't have is my kilts, okay, which was, we're in wardrobe, okay. So I can go to skirt, say import folder, and we have kilt. All right, that's still there, so we'll save tabs. And we'll save this as new all, save, yes. Okay, and so we just come in here and we go new folder, skirt. All right, we add that. All right, then we come back to here, double click this. That clears that out. We type in skirt. All right. And it's searching 700,000 files, literally. And we're going to drop them into skirt. All right, then we save. We export folder. So we have our skirt folder. Save it. This works because, all right, I think it works. Okay, what's wrong? What's going on here? Save. All right, let's see if we can cancel out. Let's try it again. Export folder, skirt. Okay, not sure what happened there, but let's see if we can paginate. Okay. Okay, so our bug is back. That's okay. It may actually have something to do with this compartment that, but all right, so now what we're going to do is go back to the log, select all again here, refresh log, select all, copy, and is this the full log here? I think so. Let's go here, select all. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go new folder, text document, log 1. All right, we'll go like that, log 1, open it, Control V, save. Okay, so just in case that log is kind of new, I need these logs. So to study. So now we come back here and we close this. So now we save tabs. All right, this saves all of the tabs. And because we have this issue, we have to go out. It's this handle issue. Windows only allows you to have so many handles in a program, and we are working with 700,000 files. Okay, so it's not a deal breaker. It's just that the program, I have to make sure it aggressively releases the handles, and we're technically only looking at one page of all that data. Okay. So, all right, now we go back to the organizer. All right, we're back here. Okay, then we go save tabs, save all 8 tabs, and we'll call this tab, new tab save, and okay, let's just give it a new name just in case, new tab save 1. All right, we are still in test mode, and we don't want to overwrite something that we might be sad about later. Okay, so all right, now what I'm going to do is reset all. We're going to reset the whole thing, everything. Okay, so final warning. Okay, yes, and then we type delete all in all capital letters and go yes, go away. All right, now it should not have deleted the tabs there in tab 1. Okay, so this is an issue, okay. Fix, all right. Reset. Deletes the tabs deletes the panels in tab 1. All right, reset all. Okay, save. And we need a log for that too. Select all, copy, and we'll call this log 3, new folder, log 3. All right, let's Control V. Save. Okay, this is another log. All right, so we come back here And let's see what happens when we try to reload. Maybe it will reset the tabs the way this. Maybe if we close out, it will reset them. I don't think it will because it says it's running. Okay, we'll open that back up. Okay, there they are. So our tab, it did bring them back. Not sure exactly what that was, but now we can load tabs. And we go here. Now our new tab, save one. And look at what we have. You see, we have all of our files back. Okay. And we go in here. What was this one? Environment. Where was the poses? Wardrobe. And okay, it did not save our, oh, they were in, where was our skirt? Okay, it was in lower, no, it was in dresses. Here, they're still here. Dresses, the skirt, and the kilt. The only issue is that it changed the order. Okay, so we go back here to fix, reload, load tabs, change order of the tabs of the panels. Load tabs, change the order of the panels. Okay, so and reset all deletes the panels in tab 1, but close organizer, and reopen restored them to, but without formatting. All right, drag ALIGNED them. Okay, and DRAG. Okay, save this, and now we go back in here. We'll go to here, new text document. I have to 3.4 log 4. Bring this up. We go back here, and let's grab this log. Select all, copy, and paste, save. Okay. So basically, you get an idea of this, okay? So you have when this ships, okay, and I'm going to come on one of these days, and I'm going to go through all of this stuff. And what's going to happen is everything's going to work good. Like this kilt, can I move this here? Yeah, I can. Now, if I go here, see, I'm really kind of pushing this, and I go here. You see, it's back. It's still here. Okay, so some things, once everything's really just starts to work, okay, and everything gets to work, I believe it's going to stay that way. I'm not sure. This is a very, very, very complicated program, but I believe it will stay this way. So now we go back and we can open this up here, and we can just like say, here are my togas, okay? And as long as I don't load like these huge files, I can work for hours. Now this, it only has 2 pages. I was wondering, oh no, it's not loading all of them, but it's actually just only has 2 pages. I only have 2 pages of togas, okay? So, which kind of sucks. I wish artists were a little, would actually make more of that stuff, but there are some really nice ones here. Okay, at least the artists who did make them made some very nice ones. So now these classical togas, these, and then there are, these are dresses, togas, kind of a dress. But then we got our loincloth and pants, belts. This is like a lot of belts. And, you know, when you put pants on somebody and they don't have a belt, you know, put a belt on them. You know, you can arrange it, align it, and make it fit. So just consider that it's just one extra thing to make your figure look a little more dressed. So yeah. Yeah, well, the thing is that they can't, Matt. And the reason why is because everything in the Daz library is frozen in stone, okay? You can't move things around, really. They do have their, you know, organizer where you can make custom folders. It's very cryptic, and it's not full-featured like this, okay? Where this program really has one purpose, and it's to get your stuff into these tabs, okay, and then save them, okay. Now, like my favorites, all I've got is one item in here right now, but this should excite people to say, you know what, I could, you know, and I can rename this tab. I could name it. Best of 2025. All right. Boom. You see now that tab? It worked. Now if I go out of here and come back, it's still there. And if I save this, hopefully it saves as best of 2025, you know. So, but we go now, rename this back to favorites. This should really excite people, okay? The thing is, that's what this is about, is to, so you can save these files. Now, when this saves these files, it saves it doesn't just save like pointers. I mean, it doesn't save your Daz content, okay? It saves, the rudimentary part of this is your virtual folders, okay? These folders have two parts to them. One is the header part, okay? So the virtual folder is actually two files, okay? One of them is the header, which is very lightweight, and then the other one is the data, okay? So the data doesn't have to be loaded in order for you to see what's here. Okay, see how kind of clever this is made, all right? That was just, I had to put a lot of thought into it. And that was that one day, it's like, why don't I split the virtual folders into two files, okay? And leave one on the hard drive and one here, okay? And so this is the beauty of this program. Now, when you save these, okay, you're not just saving the header, okay? You're saving the data as well. So you're not saving the Daz data, okay? But you're saving the path data, every kind of data that is needed to trace back to the Daz item, okay, in your drive, okay? So that it's not, so that if something happens here, you don't go, oh no, I have all of my backed up files, but they don't have their data. I deleted the data, okay? That's all saved in this one file, okay? It's so when I save this entire, you see when I save this here, okay? It says save tab, okay, and says yes. It's all of the data, all of the tabs, all of the virtual folders. The header and the data of each virtual folder is all saved in this. It's all saved in this one file, so that if something happens, you can recover this. Okay, you can almost always, as long as you still have your Daz library and you have EzFinder, you can always recover this. Okay, see, so that is the thing. Okay, so and once you figure out whatever it is that's not allowing it to load, it's all here. It's all here. All of your tab names. Okay, all of your now this building wood. Okay, why is my roof at 0 items? Okay, wood shader. Okay, building wood, roof is not supposed to be at 0 items, so that's not too pretty. Okay, but everything else looks right. Granite shaders. Paper shaders. Yeah, these are really cool. Now, roof, so we go into shaders. Let's see what we've got here. Shaders. Double click, and let's go roof. Probably I didn't have very many. Roof. Okay, here are some roof ones. Okay, now we got some roof. Let's put them in here. All right, now we got some roof shaders, 107 roof shaders. And so now this is really kind of cool, this gem shaders, 300, gold shaders, these look right. Granite's 300, grass is only 50. Yeah, these all look right. Ground shaders, I have a lot of them. And rock and stone, they could probably go together, you know, but, or you could break them apart. You could give rock and stone, you could break stone into precious stones, or stones, shale, you know, granite, you know, you got these different kind of stones here. Every kind of stone, you could just list them out, you know. So that's the thing, and the same thing with this metal category. There's 1,723 metal shaders. So we've got bronze here. We got black oxide, aluminum, okay? You can break them down in as deeply as you want. Look how much room you've got to go here just for this metal shader and the metal plates. And it says rusted could be like its own category, but you've got rusted in here, but you've also got bronze rusted and bronze new. And you see, so scratched. So it's all it's all a matter of how you want to do this, all right? So and that's what this is about, is to just put these abilities in your hands, okay? So I've got work to do. I don't know if I'm going to fix those bugs tonight or tomorrow. But it's the 19th, so tomorrow, in an hour, it's going to be the 20th of November. So, yes, people, this is how this works. There might be, I think I know why some of these files look like they have a few things missing, but now these are my props all. Okay, this is like the most exciting category. I mean, there's 71,000 items in here, okay? And these are all going to go in this category. This is scene all. This is 1,300 for all of my scenes, preload and full scene. Some artists put the word full scene. Some of them put preload, and some of them put scene all. Okay, so all I did was search, because I know those terms, and so I searched for scene all, and I got these. And so these are mostly like just load them and go kind of scenes, all right? And there's 9 pages of this. That 9 pages is 1,316 scenes, okay? Look at these walls here. Look at this statue flooding off. And so as you can see, I'm in the curation. Look at this courtyard scene. These are things I didn't even know I had. Old library. I knew I had that, but where is it? So yeah, look at these. So this is the left side front. This is a bar. So right click, open with Daz version 6. Open this up. Let's see this bar. Let's go to the lucky llama bar here. I don't know what it's called. Lucky HAB Fireside Bar. This is the left side. I don't know if this is the actual scene or not, but it's reading the asset. So it must be loading. And as soon as iRay kicks in, we're going to be inside the bar. And we might as well pick one of these cameras. It might make it a little easier. There we go. Let's go full screen here and see what this looks like. And this looks pretty cool. Let's pick a camera view, something. Camera 1. All right. Well, that's kind of, you can see they've got a kind of wide, spherical lens to the camera. This looks pretty good. Yeah, they're just people just having I made a scene in this bar here before. I had some guys sitting here. I had some people on the stools, and I arranged it so that this all, there was some kind of like rogue guy all dressed in kind of leather, like he'd just come in off of like Witcher or something. Yeah, I set it all up. I took these antlers down and put some of the put other stuff up top here. Fixed the bar up a little more. Put stuff in here. You got all kinds of stuff here you can use. There were I think there were steins that I lined up along the side here. Let's go out of here. Yes, we have all these stuff here. We have steins here. Yeah, these steins. And I don't know what I did here, but this was about the angle that I used right here. And I took these tables. Oh, no, we went. Oh, I think I moved. This bar down. Move the whole bar down into this corner. And then this is where my scene was right here. I did move the bar down. And this is where my scene was. So it had the fireplace, and it had the rogue character here, I think sitting here or maybe looking this way, and a couple of other people with their backs. They look kind of sinister. And yeah. And I moved this whole bar down. Yeah, so that it, yeah, you can, oh, we're not in this. Okay, we're in, yeah, I moved the whole bar. Okay, we got a camera. Let's see. Okay, let's take that out. Okay, there's the bar, and let's see how hard it was to move this. Okay, X translate maybe. Yeah, it wasn't that hard to move this down like that, and then I just had to bring in bring in the bottles. Yeah, I had to move all this stuff down so that the bar could be in here. All right. But it worked. And I brought the tables, the chairs down. I moved these things over. I got rid of one of these tables and moved this over a little bit, brought the stools in, made it a little cozier. Yep, that's how you do see some of these scenes, just cover stuff up, brought the barrels in. Yeah, this was a job. Yes, you know, I'm kind of glad that I'm got a different thing going on for a while, because I don't have a life. I just don't. So yeah, just so some of it's a trip down memory lane, and some of it is like I have never seen this scene before in my life. Okay, so that is what's cool. So let's take this out of here. Select all, delete, delete-o, and let's go back and do some more exploring here. In EzFinder, World Chamber all. Let's see what this Old World Chamber. Okay, let's check out some of these scenes. Well, that's lovely. Okay, here we go. All right, this is what's nice. Oh, this is Old World. Look at the Persian rugs kind of strewn in. We got to have some eye-ray here. Check this out. Oh, look at this. And we put a street here, you know. This is very cool, Daz artists. This is very, very nice. You put a couch here. And, yep. Oh, look at these candles. This is so cool. That's what you want, is a couch right there. Couch with a couple of lovers. So, yes, maybe the overstuffed Mafia couch. That would be the Mafia smokeroom couch. That would be very nice in there. So let's Control Z. Let's see what else we have. This one looks interesting. Medieval study. Okay, come back, Daz. See, now when you're in this kind of stage here, not sure why everything is so dark here. Maybe it's because it requires a really bright but we could go into the environment options here, go to parameters, and bring this up to like 3 maybe. Bring this up to 5 maybe. Bring this up to 8. Okay, and now we got something a little bit more lit up. This is cool. This is kind of like Merlin's study. Put a wizard in there with kind of the whole blue, with a big pointy hat and all that stuff, sitting here reading a book with a candle. That would be cool. Yes. This is really nice. And Z. So we undo, so this, and we go into here. Let's see what else we have here for this. You know, there's 9 pages of these, and these are not all of the scenes that I have. The Albert Mansion, Ruined Sunset. Let's see what this is. Here we go. Here we go. All right. I think I'm the only Daz YouTube person who will sing for you. All right, so this looks pretty cool. This reminds me of the latest Dragon Age game. This is definitely Dragon Age game-ish, but it looks better. No offense to the Dragon Age. Where's our sun? All right, we've got to look at this now. We got something weird going on in the background. And it may not, this might be, let's go to surfaces. Okay, scene, ruins, okay, the cathedral ruins. Let's go now to surfaces. And we have to pick on something a little bit else here. Walls, surfaces. Where are they? Okay, I gotta go deeper maybe. Base, wall, outer wall. Here we go. This is iRay. All right, let's try a different HDRI. Okay, so we go back here and we come over here, HDRI. Okay, we want these HDRIs actually. Okay, and let's go with something really cool. When you get all of your HDRIs and you know them all, you can actually learn them then. You can actually learn what you have, every one of them. You can learn your HDRIs. Yes, it's 32 pages of them. There's 4,831, but you can learn them. It's not that hard to learn your HDRIs because they're kind of sets, okay? And you just kind of know. A lot of them I knew, a lot of them I'd never seen before. So that's, but once you've seen them, you kind of know what, like this one, right? I don't even really know what this one is. So it looks kind of interesting, but all right, that just put it into the scene, okay? And let's go back to our scene. Now something's odd going on with the environment. Okay, go back to scene, we'll go here to environment, options, parameters. Okay, I don't think I clicked on it. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Okay, it's in here, but there's something weird going on. So we have, oh no, it's here now. Look how that changed this. All right, see what we have. Wow, and we have some mountains in the background. Ruins grass. This is some... Yes, see, what you do, how you can use your HDRIs in EzFinder, okay? What you do is you put them, create a folder in your scene. It's called Light Presets folder in Daz. Create it and call it Matt's HDRIs. And put it in your Lights Presets folder. And put all of your as many HDRIs as you want in that folder. And then when you go here, okay, let's go back to here. All right, when you go to the program and you open the HDRI scanner, okay, you just tell it to scan my Daz 3D library, click scan, okay, and it will add all of your current, as long as they're HDR or EXR, it will scan, and what it does is it opens each one of your HDRs, okay, and takes a little snapshot, okay, and so some of these are the artist's images, and if there's no artist image or duff with it, okay, then all it needs, all this HDR scanner it needs is the HDRI, Okay, it doesn't need a DUF. It makes them. It makes them for you. That took me so long to do that. It took me about 3 or 4 months just to make the HDRI scanner. Okay, but what it does is it opens it up. And how, how did I manage that? That's again, yeah, EXR is the Apple version of an HDRI, of an HDR. So HDR is, I would say, kind of the Windows version, and EXR is the Apple version. It doesn't matter. It will read both of those formats. If it's EXR or HDR, it will read both of them. And so it opens them, and some of these you'll see have the artist's image, okay? And some of them will have the Easy HDRI. And you can tell the squished ones, like these are squished. The ones that look kind of squished, they are the ones that, like these ones, they don't look the same. Those are the artist's ones, okay? They are the artist's HDRIs. These ones may have been done by Easy HDRI, okay? So, but it creates DUFs, and it creates, and all it needs is a little teeny DUF, just a little teeny DUF to inject it into Daz, okay? So all the work's done for you. And see, what I used to do, what really inspired me to begin this journey was HDRIs, okay? HDRIs started me on this, okay? Because what I would do is I would take all of my HDRIs, and if you notice, this HDRI scanner has append. So if you add 1 or 2 more HDRIs, you can click append, and it will just, boom, it will just add a few more, and then you can go and search for them and find them, and they're in here immediately, okay? And you don't have to sit. This HDRI scanner, if you have, like me, if you have 4,831 HDRIs, it will, it takes about 30, 35, 40 minutes for 4,000 HDRIs. It has to open them up. It has to take a snapshot of it, okay? It has to create a DUF file. It even creates an HTML file. It gives you all kinds of metadata that it could scrape up while it was finding the DUFs, and who's the author, and any of this kind of information that's hidden down in because it also scans. If there's a DUF, it scans the DUF. If there is if there is an image, it uses the image. If there's no thumbnail image with it, it uses it makes one for you. Okay, so yeah, and it puts them in here, so you can just double click on. And see, that's what I did, was I took and searched my Daz. I used Windows and I searched, and I found every EXR and every HDR file, and I copied them out of Windows and put them in a folder. But then to use them, I had to go in here and open up my environments options, go to parameters. Okay, then I had to open the environment map. Then I had to browse, and I had to find my HDRI folder, which incidentally I don't think is here anymore. Because it's actually in my Daz. I do have it. I do have an HDRI folder. I had to then browse to that folder, double click on it, load it, and say, I don't like that one. Open it again. Go in, browse to that folder, open it again. So with this, I just open this like this and scroll and say, oh, I like this one. Or let's see what other ones we have here. Like a butterfly, the best kind of love. All right, now I don't know. Okay, what's the difference between these two? HDRI, it doesn't say. One of them has the lights on. I think it says lights and neon on. Okay, let's do with the neon on. Let's see what this looks like. Like a butterfly, best kind of love, best kind of love. Fill every dream. Look at this. This is so amazing. This is like better than a game. It really is. Look at that water there. This is amazing. So you just come back here, say now, or you put them over here. All right. And you can close this up. You can close this up. We're just scanning these HDRIs. All right. And they're working pretty good now. So we got 49 pages of them. Like a butterfly. What's this? See, so I don't even have to, okay, we can close that. See, look at that. Just click on them like this. These are night ones, sort of night ones. And what have we got here? Oh, this would be nice with a dark, sinister, caped man, somebody with a cape. Or a woman. Some noir, you could use some noir ones. Look at these. These are some of my favorite HDRIs. Look at that one. Wow. What's this? Whoa. Apocalyptic. So it takes all of that kind of work out of it to just be able to throw them in and see what the heck they look like. House. Yeah. Look what lives at the end of our street. So, yeah, look at these. Whoa. These ones are really intense. They need to have their, oh, the intensity got brought back down. That resets itself, okay. Round texture scale, okay. What's this one? All right. And this mountain. The resort right next to the old ruins. Now this has an interesting thing going on. So you just come in here and you go like this. And that's how you kind of meld that right into the HDRI. Or we could go with a little bit more orange. Okay, a little more. Yep. So, and you click on another one and it might reset that color, I'm not sure. Or we live in Crystal Land. No, it did not reset the colors. You have to reset it back to white if you want to see it by default. All right. These are some interesting things. So, where? Okay, let's try some of these the city park ones. Yosemite. Whoa. And of course you can spin them around. This one I like a lot. Look at that. And then what you do is you use a distant light and shine it from the side in to give it all of that reflective stuff. Let's do that. What's this, our distant light? No spotlight. Okay, distant light, accept. Look through the distant light. Okay, where is our scene? Let's go out of iRay. Okay, I know what I'm doing now. Okay, we're going to bring this distant light in through here, like that, through the side. Okay, like this. Okay, and then we go back to our perspective view. And let's put a camera in this in, create new camera. Okay, copy the perspective view. Save this scene as ruins. Ruins, okay. And then we go here to camera, to our scene elements. We select our distant light. We go to parameters. Okay, and we're going to give the distant light a little bit of juice here. 9. Okay, let's go in and let's give it some warmth and a little bit of color. And then let's check out the iRay here. Come on. Here it is. So we got to bring it up some more. Actually, I think this yellow isn't right. We might have to go with like a bluish bright sunshine kind of thing. Or we bring, oh, I know, we bring this to our color here. So we go to the scene here, environment, parameters, and we make this like that. Okay. So we make it fit. All right, that's too green. All right, and then we take our distant light and we make it, okay, we can go through the distant light here. Perspective, distant light. Let's go up a little more like this. Okay, and back to our camera now. And this the grass is just blinking in and out of transparency here. All right, so now we go to our perspective now that we have our distant light, parameters I mean, and we go down here and we go 3. No, a little bit more. 9. Okay, and we go with a little bit more red here. And okay, so this kind of gives us something here. There's something weird happening. There's some transparencies that are blinking in and out. Not really sure why. Don't know why I didn't come. My heart is drenched in wine. this is kind of interesting too. With this little rock here, we could have somebody kind of leaning against the rock in the foreground. It's interesting. So, yeah. This is pretty cool. So save it, and this kind of shows you the work. Okay, we can close easy HDRI Finder. So that same thing can happen. Yeah, so the 16K ones, Easy HDRI can handle 24K. It can handle whatever K, that as long as, you know, HDRI can handle them, okay? EzFinder can handle them. And as long as Daz will load them, okay? So, yeah, it will handle your 16K ones. So what you want to do is, and it will also handle ones that you download from the internet that are free. There's a bunch of them. Just put them in a folder and put them in the lights. Well, I had it on the tip of my tongue before, but I just can't remember. Shader or something like that. That lights folder, and you will, and it will, and you can use them. This is what I was looking for, but I think I closed it. No. I wonder what this would look like. That's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. This one. Okay. All right, this one. Oh, you see, I have this color on. We can go back to white. And what else have I got going on? Oh, that's the distant light. Okay, well, the distant light can stay up in there like that. But we'll go now back to our environment, back to parameters. Let's bring this back to white. So it looks like it's supposed to, and then we got to bring these down. Some of these are too hot. 0.5. Okay, we go to here to 0.5. There we go. 0.1. There we go. Put a little mouse here. Just a little mouse. Little mouse here. Okay, I can't get it to the right place. Maybe there would be good. All right. So, something weird in the sun, but you could fix that, and that's not, you see, this HDRI is the exact HDRI. EzFinder isn't altering any files in your Daz library. It's just loading them. It's just finding them and loading them into Daz. Just, that's it. So it's not changing your Daz library. It's not changing your HDRIs. This is the HDRI in your Daz library. Okay, let's try the sandy beach. Okay, Let's rotate this one around and see if we can get some of the beach in here. There we go. We got an ocean. Ocean before me. Let's get rid of some of these cameras. They're kind of... Ocean, you are the sea. All right, so we're going to go to scene. We're going to go to our Gothic ruins. We're going to get rid of these cameras. Bye-bye. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this yellow light that we've done with our distant light. Let's just turn off the distant light and see what this does to our scene without it. Okay, it's a little bit kind of dark, but it's also a little bit more realistic. That's pretty cool. That's very, very realistic right there. Now, what's the problem here with this scene? I'll tell you what the problem is. It's our camera's got a light going on, and we want to turn this light off. And the way to turn the light off is just put accept a spotlight in the scene. And I guess it's not the camera because we have a distant light. Oh, but I turned it off. But I think it's still being in the scene. It didn't change this. So this light is coming from the HDRI. Okay, so this is pretty cool right here. Okay. You are the sea. Reflections on the water. You are evolution's author. All right, we want to bring this up like this. Look at that. That's what we've been seeing is that grass. The grass there. So we have to just get enough of that so we can see that as well. Look at that. That's pretty cool. So we will call, this is called Ruins. We're going to save this. I like this. That's Sandy Beach. So, and your own photos. You can, now I didn't know that, you're saying that Terragen. Okay, Terragen is, and View, okay. So making your own HDRIs in Terragen. You can also, I'm not sure that you may be able to make HDRIs in Bryce as well. I mean, in Daz. So you can certainly export 360-degree images. So, and really, all you have to do is load the HDRI into your, even if it's a JPEG, just load it into, or a PNG, load it into your, the same image, load it into your exposure, into your, oh, my brain doesn't want to work today. Emission. Load it into your emission, and then you can also load it into your opacity, and then turn your emission to white, and suddenly it's putting off light like an HDRI. So that is, you can take any image and turn it into an HDRI in Daz. You just, like in your environment parameters, you come down here where, oh, you have to put it on a plane instead, or inside of a sphere if you want it. You put it inside of a sphere, make the sphere very large, and then you just load the same image into the, because you don't have opacity. I mean, you don't have emission in here. You don't have an emission field because I guess it's built into the HDRI already. But if you put it on a plane and make the plane very large and then load it again into the emission, that's an HDRI. It puts off light. So in the same way, it puts off, like this will put off this color light, this will put off that color light. If you load it into the opacity as well, then it will use the same image to put off light from the different light sources in the image. So that is very cool. So that's going to do it for me today. I've been here 1 hour and 20 minutes. And I am gonna head out. So thank you for watching. Yeah, I've got, as you can see, I've got a bunch of log files. The log hasn't done anything bad so far. As you can see, when I come into this program, I'm loading this, doing this, saving that, say you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. I'm trying to break it. So that's the thing, and if I can find things that I need to fix. And so that's the whole thing with this, is to find the things that you need to fix. So all is good. So these are our categories. We got shoes and lower. These ones lower, that's like pants and loincloth and underwear and shorts. And upper, you see these should night. Good night to you, Matt. Good night, my friend. Thank you very much for coming in and watching. I will see you again. Let's begin with some polka. It's polka time. It's always polka time here on Ez3DTv. So you have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will see you again in the next Ez3DTv tutorial. I am RexRed saying so long as it is. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Please leave likes on my videos. Go in and like all of them, okay? I need likes on my videos. It tells people that somebody likes this channel, okay? So, all right, leave likes. And of course, you're subscribed. I know you are. Thank you for being subscribers. And it is polka time. So have a good night. Thanks, Matt. Bye-bye.